Right, should we get cracking? Because we've got cars going out into the track.
Yeah, I think it is in there. You can take us away.
Who is out first? Well,
Lobster.
I think it is. We've all come out at once, haven't they? Like real life, this. Yeah, welcome to the final Tier 2 commentary of the season. So what have we got? Yeah, all the cars come out at once. I think Rage's coming out now. I think new arrival as well. Jack coming out. Who else? Obviously, it's going to be a dry race. We suspect, unless we get crazy conditions.
Yeah, we wish.
Yeah, it's quite a long lap here, and you've got no time for second runs, so you know it's one run back to the pits, then go out again.
Yeah, it is. I mean, was it fifth? Well, was it 26 laps? No, 28 in Tier 1, wasn't it? 28
Yes.
laps, race laps.
SSR rolls.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, carry on.
I think the track feels longer than. So I think it's a 1 minute 35 lap, which is quite long. I think because of how long that straight is, there is a sense it does feel longer than you might think perhaps. But I'm on board with Sock Lobster, the first of the runners in this Tier 2 session.
We've got a yellow flag. Who is that for? It's gone now. Ghost Rider's also on a lap. I'll go on board with Gary, see how he does. First sector is a 17 flat. Not bad. Oh, I almost lose it.
A few yellows in Sector 3. I think they're cars on slow laps, though.
I think they are, you're right.
Yeah. Rawlins on the mediums. But I think we will see him out on the softs later on.
Rage is already invalidated in the first sector, so he goes to cut the chicane. Oh.
He does seem to struggle, in my opinion, more in the Tier 2 qualifying than I think perhaps he does in Tier 1, but maybe we just pay more attention to him in this qualifying session.
Oh, Ben looked a bit deep there. Going into the chicane in the middle sector. Forza's on a good lap.
Lobster's about to finish his lap, a 1:57 for him. I think who's next across the line?
Wow.
It's the McLaren of Rawlins. That's a good lap on mediums, isn't it? I do believe.
1:34.3, yeah.
Very tidy. Ghost Rider 1:37. Dead yellow flags throughout the track. The stewards are busy.
Electro freeze invalidates.
Yeah, I think Matty must have invalidated.
Jack's going quite well. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Durrie, not bad.
Durrie
oh, that's Ghost Rider's gone off. I think he's had a spin on the death curve.
And Jack's invalidated as well. Lots of invalidations. Quite typical of Tier 2, really, if I am honest.
See how JD Racer gets on in this final part of the lap. See if it'll put him on the leaderboard, as long as it doesn't invalidate. Oh. And the final corner he comes. Bit of a lock up there. Sprint down to the line. P5.
Yeah, P5. Just behind the Mercedes of Force of Race, McLaren P2 and 3. As well, we've got a slight hope of coming back in this constructors. I believe it's Mercedes 37 points ahead in Tier 2.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Let's give it a quick check. So yeah, 37 points ahead of McLaren. And obviously, it's at the moment McLaren 2 and 3. So, you know, I think they are going to need first and second, aren't they? If they're going to clinch that constructors, but they need Mercedes really to have a bad race. But the driver quality they've got, it's going to be tough. Anyone else on the track? Don't think so.
Yeah, a few on out. I think Rage and Alex on out laps. I think they're the only ones. So it's just in a bit of a transition stage right now between people returning to the pits and going back out on laps.
Well, I think
they should have time for 2 more hot laps if they go out around this stage.
I think Jackson will lap as well. It looks quite clean. This could put him up in the top 5 somewhere, from what I've seen. Yeah, 4th place, not bad.
Decent lap. My concern for him, though, would be that could be a mistake, having done an extra hot lap on those tyres, obviously the additional wear, and it might compromise him in terms of getting 2 more hot laps in if he decides to do that. But a good lap, very good lap on 2-lap old softs.
Yeah.
But as we know from the Tier 1, the tyres do tend to degrade quite alarmingly. We're looking at a 2-stop standard strategy without safety cars, so those tyres will need to be protected. Watching Alex as he heads into turn 1 in the Ferrari to begin his lap. Close to the curb as possible through turn 3, turn 4. Still can go full throttle into turn 5. Take the curb as much as possible. Gets it back on the right side. Close to the curb on the inside of a hairpin, not too close. We want to maximise the exit onto this long straight. And as I often say, how low are your wings? How much straight line speed can you muster? Heavy braking. Has he timed it right? Looks good.
Rage is going to
take the curb.
Okay, first sector to 17 flat. Although I think the driver's up top, where he's aiming, I think they're on about 16.9s roughly. So not too bad.
Yeah, Alex invalidated.
Good.
Going through the chicane. We'll go back on board with the Mercedes. With Rage 3rd in the Tier 1 race that has just been. Heads under the bridge. DRS enabled, of course. He's got. He might catch this traffic very awkwardly as well. There's about 4 cars.
Wow.
And I think he will get compromised unless they are getting a move on. It looks like they are, but
Electro freezes on a lap, and these cars are slightly in his way. And he's had, had to cut the corner a little bit there, and that's costing his lap, and now they're still not getting out of the way. So he aborts and goes into the pits.
Seemed okay. I'd have to see it more in detail. I think the pace wasn't too bad. His Rage up to P2. He's just behind his championship rival Durrie, but we would expect in P3 SSR Rawlins in the McLaren to improve. But looking tasty for the constructors. McLaren still trying to do something in the constructors. They've got a chance, but it is terribly slim.
Yeah. Great. Big Usman's on a lap. 16.9 in the first sector. It's be a good lap for him, you know. Keeps it on the track. Nicely on the traction. Now, can he pick his braking point? Yes, he can. Now it's about nailing these last few corners because it's very easy to invalidate around here. Very nice, and into the last corner he comes. Where will this put him on the leaderboard? P6.
P6. Yeah. Very solid lap
Yeah.
by the German. Yeah, there's quite a few invalidations again. Throughout the field 4 was a race to slightly up in Sector 2. How high can he climb? Up to P6 ahead of Big Usman by a slim margin, and a Renault crosses the line. I think that's Matty starting his time lap.
Yeah.
And Ben in the Mercedes was improving, I think significantly, but has invalidated. There's a Mercedes off in Sector 3. We do not know why, but it's Rage, yeah. I think he might have just been getting out of the way of people, but it does look like he has validated, so
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see any wing damage. So he's okay. That perspective, JD Racer, about a 10th up so far. He moves up to P7. Big Usman dropping further down the order.
Gary's on a
1 second separate in the top 8.
Gary's on another lap, but I don't know if it's my thing that has broken, but it says he's on 2 lap old softs.
Well, he might still decide to pit at the end of his lap.
What? It's 4.5 to the middle sector, so it won't improve my place, will it?
I think it's more sensible to pit just to make sure you get the lap in at the end, but we'll see what he does. Does he box? No, he doesn't. I thought there was a slight twitch, actually, but it's a good lap.
1:35.7, not bad.
Improved, yeah.
5 minutes to go in qualifying.
But he's got to get around quick, I think, really, to... I mean, I think he should be alright to get another lap in, but...
Yeah.
How quick can those engineers turn the car over? Ghost Rider looking to improve as well in P10 in the Haas.
Alex
locks the front right, though. Yeah. You know all about locking tyres, Josh, but you're still
I do
quick,
it too much.
it.
I do it too much. Quite nice. Kicked in the apex there.
Yeah. Took the curb nicely. Does improve. P10. So Matty's still to set laps. King Trooper, who we let's say he's having mechanical problems, so
well, yeah.
Red Bull struggling to get that car into shape.
P4.
Yeah, it's good lap. He's been good in qualifying recently. I really, give him credit for it. Actually, I think he's been very much improved in quality.
Well.
Only 1/100th of a second, I do believe, separating Rage, Rawlins, and Jack, 2nd to 4th.
Well, I suspect this Rawlins will go quicker. He's done that lap on mediums. And he is on the mediums now, yeah.
Actually.
See what his first sector is. About a 10th quicker, not too bad.
It was still good though. It's a short, very, very short first sector, isn't it? Only 17 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's a good amount of time anyway.
Down a long straight now. DRS wide open. Maximising that straight line speed where possible. Very nicely done that through the chicane.
Yeah, very smooth.
Again, DRS open. He's not going to do the flapping, but so his middle sector 2.5 tenths. It'll be this last sector where he improves the most because of the grip that you need. Really. See what he can do. Oh, very deep, but keeps it on track. Yeah, I think this could be pole, provisional anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ferrari's not going to give him any dirty yet. Uses the full width of the track, P1.
1:33.7. It's quite astounding.
The one hope I would say for Durrie and Rage and Jack behind is the fact that there's about 2 minutes remaining in the session. So Rawlins, well, unless he's he's not gonna have time to get back around at all, I don't think. So they will get better track evolution, but is that enough? We don't know really.
I think Rage has left it a bit too late.
Well, all I'm gonna say is it depends how many liberties.
Oh
they take.
yeah,
Watch Ben go through sector 3.
I forgot about that. See what he does. Going down into turn 1. Not turn 1, sector 1.
Watching Ben.
Oh!
Last corner takes for curbs on the exit. Up to P2. McLaren 1-2.
This is important.
Provisional front row lockout in Abu Dhabi. And that's putting the pressure, heaping it on the Mercedes per of Forza Racer and Rage. Forza on his lap now. He's quicker, but how much can he improve? Mercedes need improvement. It's very much crunch time.
I'm not sure
the
Rage is going to get round, you know. Oh, he's cutting the corner now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, if we're honest, if he does it dodgy, then I think he'll dodgily get around in time. But I'll leave that up to people to discuss. I don't particularly have an opinion on it right now. Yeah. Oh, and Mercedes, Forza Racer spins it round.
Oh, that's not what he needed. Or Mercedes.
Oh, he's going to get DQ'd if he's not careful. He needs to turn that round.
Yeah,
he's safe. I'm surprised. I thought he was going to get DQ'd, to be honest.
10 seconds to go. Rage is nowhere near the timing line. Well,
it's all going wrong for Mercedes.
Will he do the glitch and let him go again?
Is the glitch still?
I don't know.
I thought it was gone, but we'll keep an eye on him, I think. But Mercedes, perhaps bottling it. They're not where they want to be.
Forza retires. I think it has let him go again. So that is.
Alright. Is Forza Racer and there's a Haas in sector 3.
Oh, I've seen Jack go through there. I had to avoid it.
Yeah, he's in the middle of a track. JD Racer was able to get round the side. I do not know what happened there. I don't know whether it was the AI doing something or if it was Forza on the worn tyres spinning again. Well, not the worn tyres, but the tyres that will have overheated from having to turn it around. But we're on board with Durrie. Ben's not improved. He's invalidated. McLaren still have a 1-2, but can Williams... Yeah, can he spear the McLarens into or take it all? Sokolop's the wrong way around as well. And that, I think, affected Durrie slightly. He looked a little bit hesitant into the corner. There's 2 corners to go. Takes it well. Gets on the curb one wheel. Half of the car. Spins it in.
Here he goes.
And what will it be? P1. And... in all fairness to the American driving the Williams, that very much was a championship winning lap.
It was.
Durrie...
Rage has got to do something fantastic now just to get in even close to Durrie. What can he do coming across the line? P1! Wow! Where did that come from?
Perhaps controversial fashion is the first thing that comes to mind, but obviously it was a very, very good lap. And again, I think first and foremost, I think Codemasters need to fucking... They fixed it for about a few days, I think. It was fixed at one point.
No, I'm getting confirmation that our timings have glitched. So, Rage did make it round. However, on our timing screens, it didn't appear he did. So, yeah, he said they had 2 minutes left and we had 40 seconds. So, that's a bit dodgy.
Well, all I can say is I've not experienced that happening before, so that might be the case. But I don't know, basically. I'll take his word for it, but yeah, I've not come across that happening. So.
What a lap though by Rage.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'll let them decide, stuff like that. So, what have we got? So McLaren P3 and P4.
They need to score 38 points this race. So they need first and second, or first and second, first and third, or first and fourth with the fastest lap.
McLaren.
Yeah. That's without Mercedes getting any points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it's more about, isn't it? I guess. I mean, I think obviously the drivers is, you know, I think the pinnacle, but
Yeah.
we do have these gift cards on offer, well, for the constructors, so that does have some importance.
You're right. Yeah.
And perhaps that will be perhaps that will be instead of, you know, I don't know what do they say to him at the end of races in real life. Guess now it's, oh, how are you gonna spend that gift card now that you've got the constructors title?
Well, let's see what happens in this race.
Virtual champagne, maybe. Is it Rage is 2 points ahead of Durrie, is he? I think.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
I'm trying to. I can't quite. The thing's a bit blurry for me. The standings.
Okay. Shit. Yeah, Rage 2 points ahead of Durrie. This is a make and break race now, really, isn't it?
So it was 2 points ahead.
Yeah, Rage is 2 points ahead of Durrie going into this final round. Who else is up there? Trooper, who is 15th. Well, unless the miracle happens, it's not looking good for him, is it? But obviously he didn't get a lap in, did he?
Yeah, as they go out. I mean, I think again it's interesting because we've got Mercedes, Williams. Well, the top 8 somehow that's all Mercedes, Williams, McLaren, Ferrari actually, which is quite nice to see from a colour-coded point of view. I don't know if the McLarens will all be in conversation. I think they've got to use that where possible predicted pit stop strategy, which usually this is a bit, you know, not 100% correct, but I think it is today actually quite spot on. They will look to pit around at lap 7, maybe a little bit earlier. But in my opinion as well, the best race tyre is the mediums. My strategy would be soft, medium, and medium, but we might see a safety car again, as you saw in Tier 1, to add some spice to the occasion.
Indeed. Miss saying that. Yeah, Rage and Durrie, they're going to be arms out, really, elbows out. All race. They've got to get the highest position they possibly can. This is the final race, obviously. It's pretty much who can finish in front of the other.
Yeah.
But
unless they make mistakes, you know, it is. You're very much right about that.
Obviously, Rawlings, Ben, Jack, Alex, them sort of drivers can, you know, intervene with those two up front as Rage looks to slow the pack right down.
Yeah. Yeah, King Trooper down, P15. Correct me if I'm wrong, Josh. I do believe he's 7 points behind.
He
Those
is.
two out front.
Yes, 7 points behind.
He's gonna have. He will be on though. I presume he will have taken the soft compound tyre. Yeah.
He's got on the
so that. I mean, if he can stay out of trouble and perhaps get maybe a one-stop strategy, or try something different, you never know. You never know. But the lights. We are approaching lights out in Abu Dhabi. Rage and Durrie fighting it out for the Tier 2 DTF1 Championship. And lights out and away we go. And Durrie, not the best of starts. Rage is clear. And the McLaren's going to challenge. Into P2 goes Ben. and a Ferrari challenging the other McLaren. It's Jack up to P4 and collision behind.
Yeah,
It's Alfa Romeo the wrong way round, perhaps.
Oh,
and a freeway battle back there.
Oh, and that was Trooper flying off. He's carried on, but wow, I think he could have been in real trouble there if he not had control of that.
The Williams scrapping with Alex and Big Usman, but they've cleared the racing point. And Rage is clear out front. The Ferrari coming back at Durrie.
Ferrari might have a go. He's going for it. Get a switch back on him. Oh, it's close. I think.
Yes, tight throughout the field.
I think you saw Ben wait. I don't know if he was trying to find a way past Rage or if he was just trying to get a bit tight.
Oh, and free wide.
Oh, and this big collision, Alex is off.
I mean, racing incident from what I saw, because 3 into 2 don't go. Simple as that from first glance. Yeah.
After all that.
Yeah, it's not.
He's still in the contention.
Very good first lap.
Chaos.
It has helped him as well that it is a 15 car field. So it's not the end of the world if he is down in 15th. He's not got as many of them to go through. Ghost Rider up to P8 as well. He's had a fantastic start. And now it's Forza down to P10. Does he have wing damage? Oh, did he hit the barrier there, King Triple? I don't think so.
I think he just got away with it.
Yeah, well, his championship glimpsed, flashed before his eyes.
That's in his mouth after that.
But I'm wondering whether JD Racer could have wing damage because there is a gap between him and Rawlins. The top 5 pulling away, and yellow flags. Alex,
someone's that. It's Alex. Oh,
spun
racing points
again.
Round. I think that is. It's Sox Lobster.
Lobster, yeah.
Oh, who's that? Oh, and I don't know what's going on there. Forza dropped down to 12.
Well, I'm thinking wing damage. He's not. With no offense to him, he's not usually this slow.
So Gary goes. There's nothing visual.
Can't see any, unless it's just something minor.
Benny's staying hot on Rage's tail, leaving after that first lap.
Yeah.
Action-packed
start as usual in Tier 2.
Are we going to see another Bahrain short race? Whether we've just got the top 5 here, just running away with it.
I would immediately say no, because it's a completely different track. The length is completely different. This track a lot more technical, but Tier 2 does have a habit of providing non-stop action, so...
I don't know if you can see this. I've got a thing on my screen that says JD Racer is 1 minute 37 behind.
Yeah, that's wrong. Fastest lap by Ben. You're right, he is keeping the pressure firmly on. And what's that? There's collisions behind. I think one of them's Forza.
It is Forza. He's in the pits.
Slow. Thought there was something else.
He might retire
he got wing damage. Well, they need him to keep going, really. Oh, I know. I can't talk. It's so action-packed. Big Usman spinning.
Oh, and who's that? That's true.
Oh, I know. Whoa.
I'm seeing a half spin around. In a circle.
I saw a Haas glitching, yeah. It's about 2 or 3 cars claimed.
Racing points almost got collected.
I didn't really. Well, yeah. Oh, and Lobster spinning again.
That's not good for him, is it?
I will say in their defence, that corner, it's corner 3. It is so easy to spin there.
Here comes Beaver.
Stability is not right.
Lecture Freeze runs a bit deep. Here comes no lovely switch back there, and with the DRS completes the move up into P9.
Yeah, it's Beaver time. He'll be looking. I mean, it's a bit. He did well in Bahrain short. Then I think it was a collision or something cost him, and he wasn't really able to recover. So a bit of redemption would be nice for him. And something worth pointing out is Ben has earned himself a 3-second time penalty, and I was catching glimpses of Drunken Shamrock's stream in the Tier 1 race earlier, and Ben did struggle with time penalties.
He did.
So if that happens again, that could play a big part in the championship outcome. But Rage, at the moment, he's got one hand on the DTF1 Tier 2 Championship,
Well,
but
Durrie's
that
not
second
enough,
hand
is
is
he?
not yet on there. Yeah, he's closing in on Ben. And they are entering, in my opinion, the pit stop phase. We might see some of them pit this lap, in my opinion. The undercut is powerful here. That's all I'm going to say. The undercut is very powerful here. And that's someone else the wrong way round.
Ben's going to not Ben. Yeah, Ben's going to be under
it's
pressure
Gary.
here.
The wrong way round. Well, yeah, we will go back to that as Durrie around the outside we
Clean
go.
ones. Nicely done. I think Ben might get the switch back on him.
Yeah, he's sacrificed the
quite.
ENF to Ben. Oh, no, oh no, they both have it because, of course, Rage is
Yeah.
ahead. So that has. So ironically, the championship rivals assisting each other there. Oh!
That was very close.
Wow. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Durrie didn't spin there because there was a bit of contact there. Don't know whether Bennett got any damage from that. Just braked a bit too late. Yeah, the amount. I mean, this is what I always say. It's about, the race is more important than qualifying, of course. It's about navigating your way through the race.
Ooh.
And as we saw in practices and in Tier 1, it is very easy to spin at this track. You wouldn't think it, but it is. So you really need to avoid those spins, and that has cost a lot of people position and time that they can't really get back. And King Trooper up to P7, well, he's the first out of the medium runners. I think, or maybe not, but if he could try something different on strategy, maybe if a safety car or something goes his way, he's got a chance. But Durrie right on the back of Rage, and this is all about the championship right now. He's going to have a good go on the straight, the Emirates straight, I'm going to call it.
I think he's going to get in.
And a few drivers pitting. Yeah, Rage is trying to break it. He'll go left and then he'll go right.
There we go.
Left again.
Not gaining, is he? Not quite. He's got to bide his time here. Biding his time. Ben's staying with them, of course.
Oh yeah, he nearly lost it there. He nearly lost it. And Alex quickest on the mediums, and as I've said before, the undercut is powerful here.
Durrie's got passed.
Durrie's passed. So if and Rage penalty. That was a little bit. Yeah, that could really hurt him. From memory, I don't think Durrie tends to get time penalties, so that could be very costly.
No.
And I personally think Rage should now pit.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but we didn't see this earlier. Rawlings is dropping back, so I don't know. You have really good pace here. Possibly. I mean,
no, they've not pitted.
We're not getting visuals,
personally, if I was Mercedes, I would pull Rage in then. Personally, I think he might have disconnected. I can see a red X to the right of his name.
Oh, he has, yeah.
There was that in the Friday practice. He did disconnect for a bit as well, so maybe connectivity issues there for the Canadian.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Rage might have another go here though. He's tight to the back of Durrie. Oh, and slight contact there. Yeah, I think, as I said before, I think the undercut is very strong here, and that is something to be aware of. As Sock Lobster moves up to P9, it's Big Usman in the pits. Yeah, so a few of them have spit. Well, I think Sock Lobster spun, and I think he's on the same tyre, so he's done well there to actually stay on that same tyre.
Here we go again, round 2.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rage backs out.
I think that's smart though. I mean, again, this is just me, but I think if he just stays on the DRS, he's not. As long as Ray just stays close to Durrie and perhaps undercuts him or does something, all he needs to do is stay with him and bide his time. The last thing he wants is to make a silly lunge and cost himself.
So, Ghost Rider 17 seconds behind Trooper, so Trooper's got almost a pit stop advantage. That might be a pit stop advantage.
And Rage lost a bit of weighing on the pit entry, I believe.
Oh, has he? See if they change
You
it.
might.
They're
They're changing it. Yeah, changing it.
That could be a championship costing moment or whatever, losing moment.
They might take a look at it. I don't. You know.
So Durrie's back out quite far.
Both from the mediums.
Oh.
Yellow flags. It's a Renault. It's Matty. No, it's Beaver time. The wrong way. The stewards might. Race control might get a safety car out here. He's going to get it moving.
Oh, God.
Costs his teammate a bit of time. But he did have to get it moving. Matty on the hards, actually. How long can he take those into the race down in P15?
Yeah. It's all unfolding now, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Ben, again, if I had to call strategy, he might look into a one-stop now because he will have sacrificed the undercut to Rage and Durrie. But we'll see how this unfolds. It's quite... maybe not the most exciting of races, and I think in real life, you know, it's not the most exciting of races, but the strategy on the game, two-stop, it does put a twist to it, and Beaver time, wrong way around again.
Yeah.
What I would say as well is I don't know how hot his tyres were, but I think sometimes you're perhaps better off biting the bullet and pitting when that happens to the tyres. Ben does react, though.
So does.
He might come out ahead of Rage. Rage had to repair his wings, so... it's not the worst decision. Rawlins takes the lead. Jack and JD Racer also pit in, and King Trooper, well, he's up into P2 now.
He is. He is.
It's not over yet.
Ben
It is not over yet.
must have had a good lap because he's not lost too much time. Although,
well, he's not to Rage. Rage had to repair the wing though. I think he's lost. He might have lost a bit of time to Durrie.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Big Oozman on the back of Electro Freeze, who's also on the back of Alex here. This race has just gone all wrong, really.
Well, I think to reflect on that, I think it's 3 wide into turn. I believe it was turn 11. As I said, 3 into 2 don't go. Simply put, I would say racing instant for that.
Yeah. I think I might have a go now. Down the straight. Is he gonna make a lunge or is he gonna wait? He's gonna wait.
Yeah, he was too far back. And if you'd overtaken him there, you sacrifice DRS on this straight.
That's true.
And Rawlins pitting out front. So, surprise, surprise, King Trooper out front at the moment. Nice to see.
Yeah, all he needs now is a safety car. Oh, who's that who's gone off? Is that... oh, wow.
Three-second time penalty for Jack there.
Ben is closing on Durrie, so... you know, if he can make a move, then...
yeah, especially, I mean, I think what Rage needs and what Ben needs is for King Trooper not to fight... well, they need King Trooper to fight Durrie, but Durrie will be on those fresher tyres.
Oh, almost losing it there.
I think he might get the job done here, though. He might get the job done as soon as
He's
possible.
going to, isn't he?
Durrie around the outside, a car's length ahead, and it's simply put quite easy into turn 11.
Oh! I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
The Trooper you were looking at.
No, Beaver Time was getting out of the way, but he stayed on the racing line. Down a straight, and I think I think it was Rawlins who was moving past. He moved to the right. But so did Beaver, so it was a bit sketchy.
It's a difficult one. In real life, they do. I mean, in real life, it does tend to be like the car who's been lapped will stay on the racing line and they will sort of be overtaken, but there's obviously no clear-cut rule on how to do it. So. Yeah, Ben closing on King Trooper. And he's already got 1 foot in the door, 1 tyre in the door. And again, this is going to be maybe a little bit too easy.
Indeed.
Unfortunately. Trooper just needs to stick with it. And at the end of the day, I think he's probably on for his highest finish for quite some time, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it is. He's not overrated, that Trooper. Obviously, he's got to stop, but so the guys around him, they have to stop again.
Yeah. I think the problem for him, Trooper, is that he will have to go into the hards, which will be slower, but you never know. I mean, if Durrie makes a mistake, and if King Trooper can pit and get a little bit of an undercut on those hard compound tyres, you know, just see what happens. He will, at the moment, pit into free air. He's going for it now. Well, he might go for a 2-stop now, you know.
So he does.
But I think if he wants to win the race,
it will have to
the
be
last
a
option is the hard compound.
Do feel quite good in the initial start.
He's on the mediums.
Oh,
so it will be a 2-stop.
Yeah.
This is cool. I think it's a safe option to 2-stop. But from his position, a 2-stop isn't really gonna gain him any time.
No.
Necessarily. But we'll see how he does. We'll see. Rawlins pushing Jack.
He is. Can you get past down the straight? I've got. He's in a ERS. Saving a bit of that battery. Sort of calmed down a bit now, isn't it? There's still a bit of a train going on here between Lobster, Alex,
Rawlins down the
Electro
inside.
Freeze. Yep, you're right.
He's got it covered there.
Here comes Alex, where's he gonna go? We're on the outside of Sox Lobster, can he get it done? Switch to the inside. Lobster loses traction,
Yeah,
that allows
Electro's
Electro
gonna
Freeze
fancy
to
it
come
as well.
through.
Oh, in yellow flags.
Who is that?
It's Beaver time on doing some service for the Valtteri Bottas Mowing Company on the grass there. Unfortunately.
Lobster's gone round!
Yeah, I just saw the end of that.
Yeah, same.
And there's a Beaver really is struggling now.
Yeah.
He's got out of the way though.
Oh. Isn't the best of places to be, is it?
Renault might just decide to retire the car, but we'll see.
Oh, and big Guzman behind him losing it, and he's in the way. Oh.
I think again, I wonder whether he might. Wow, he would have had to go to mediums, but those tyres will be quite simply fucked. So
he's not retiring yet, is he? So he obviously thinks he can get something out of this race. Yeah.
And Ben has. It was at 2 seconds, you know, and Ben has closed the gap to Durrie down to 1.5. So he could have a say in the championship outcome. It's Rage 2 points ahead. So if Ben did overtake Durrie would only be 1 point ahead. So it could come down to fastest lap. Although Durrie would win on
wins.
number of races won. I
So
guess, but
realistically, we do. Rage does need to finish in front of Durrie,
yeah.
because
I
unless
wouldn't
they make a
expect
mistake-
Durrie to spin either. Yeah, I wouldn't expect Durrie to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Unless he's really, unless he's really pressured by this. But I've got a feeling he isn't. He seems like a core customer.
See how they get on. Troops starting to close that gap in a little bit on GT Racer, but I think this was maybe.
All I would say is, as well, in Mercedes, whoever's directing traffic there, they need to be telling Rage he needs to get the undercut on Durrie. I think if he's got any chance of affecting the outcome of the race,
Yeah.
it might even be worth him pitting. Well, I don't know really, but I think if he could pit 2 laps earlier than Durrie on the softs, and he's maybe got an opportunity to get ahead of him, but it's a slim opportunity. But Ben is on the back of Durrie now, so Ben could get what Mercedes and Rage need is for Ben. Well, for constructors they don't, but if Ben gets past Durrie and holds up Durrie for Rage, it gives him a bit more hope. But Rage does also have the time penalty, so.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know if Durrie made a mistake, but that gap a minute ago was just 1.5.
Maybe he is feeling the pressure. Or I'm wrong, completely wrong. He is very pressurised.
We'll never
At
know
this
what he's
time.
feeling.
All I say is he's won about 5 or 6 races this season. So
Yeah. Well, that's
yeah,
racist statistic.
he's
really,
used to
isn't
it, basically. Yeah, he's used to winning. So, but that gap, Rage has got it. It's just gone under 5 seconds, or it's around that mark. So
Well, yeah, I mean, as you say, let's see what Ben can do now. He's only 4 tenths behind. He might try and get the overtake done here.
I think the wisest thing Durrie could do is not fight Ben right now.
And, yeah, he's not. He's
Don't fight him. Yeah, because
Oh.
he's not fighting for the race win. He is, but at the end of the day, would you rather win a race when he's won about 4, 5, 6 a season,
Yeah.
or would you rather win the championship? So
I mean, as well, Ben's got penalties, hasn't he? So not,
he just needs to be smart, really.
yeah,
about
6
this.
seconds worth.
Yeah, Rage is 6 seconds as well, so it's going to be very difficult for him to actually, even if he gets ahead of Durrie on track, he's not going to be able to stay ahead of him at the end.
All favours tilt in Durrie's direction at the moment, but we're only halfway through the race. Anything can happen from this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if there's a safety car, it wouldn't. Those with penalties, it would work against them because
Yeah.
it would tighten the field up. But I guess also if there was a safety car in the next few laps, they've got a choice to make. Do they go on the mediums or the hards or something like that? Mercedes have pitted. Rage has gone early.
So what's he going to go on to then? Mediums.
Mediums, yeah. That makes sense. Maybe he was listening to me.
Oh,
It is worth it. I think some of them do, which is I always find that quite interesting actually that some of them do. But I think it is the right call that he does need to.
It's going to be quite tight.
He does need to pit. He does need to pit early, I think. Or he's got the problem of Trooper there, but
Yeah.
which you're not going to help. But I think he does need to. If he pits. I'm not. Durrie. Well, again, if Durrie's keeping an eye, if he's got the track map on full, as I advise drivers personally, then maybe he'll pit it to react. He's got past Rage, he's got past King Trooper there.
Nicely done.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting what I think again. Yeah, if to give strategic advice to the drivers, Williams should probably just get Durrie in and just follow Rage.
See what he
Cancel out
does
his
then.
strategy.
Obviously, with Durrie being stuck behind Ben as well at the moment, it would make sense. It would make even more sense just to.
We'll see.
Oh,
Staying out.
That's interesting then.
Well, I think he's still safe to do it, you know, because again, Rage has the penalties.
Yes. Yeah.
But if Rage can really get a move on, and you know he has got those penalties, but if he can just get ahead of Durrie,
Jack Pitts.
you know, he's got to try. You know, that's what I mean, really. You know, he's got to try to affect the outcome of the race. So, and this is his best chance of interfering with Durrie's strategy.
Soft.
Well, all I'm saying is I don't think those will make it till the end, mate. I'm afraid. Simply put. Good luck. I wish you luck with that, Jack, but I think you'll find. Well, he's coming out onto it, but this corner here, these softs will not like that corner.
No.
In about 10 laps time. So I'm interested.
We'll see what it does.
How long?
I mean,
yeah,
he's got a pit stop advantage. He's what, 20 odd seconds in front.
He pitted lap 8, I think, or lap 9.
Yes.
Onto the medium, so he wasn't on those mediums that long actually, but that's interesting. Again, alternate strategy. See what happens. Take a gamble, see if it pays off. It's worth a
go. I'm just going to quickly compare Durrie's sector time. 41.9 in the middle. 41.5 in the middle for Rage. 16.7 in the first. 16.6. So Durrie's not making up in. Durrie's not really. Let's say losing time by staying out. I mean, he did a personal best first sector last time around.
The medium should still be decent. I mean, they're 9 laps old. What might be a problem now is they are going to come up against traffic, but they will get DRS as a result of it, so it might not impact them that badly. Rage closing on JD Racer. I'd like to get past him sharpest.
I'm just going to compare sector times this time round. 16.
Oh, that was could have waited there.
So Rage is still slower in that first sector. Maybe that's just a setup thing.
It's a short sector as well. So I wouldn't really expect too much of a difference.
It's the middle and the last sector really. Especially the last.
Durrie did lose a bit of time though because of a back marker.
Oh,
so that's
getting
gonna
away.
hurt him this lap. Yeah, I mean it was a bit, it was a difficult one.
Here comes.
But I think Durrie thought he was going to let him through, and Ghost Rider came back onto the racing line. So.
And JD Race as well. I don't think there's contact really.
No, I think there was, but
I don't think it was enough.
I don't think Rage did anything wrong. From what I thought, to be honest.
From what I could see, I didn't see there was contact, but maybe I'm wrong.
I was on JD Races on board. I think there was.
Yeah,
I might be wrong there. I thought there was.
That makes sense. Who's round?
The flags. Is that Sock? No, not.
That's
Ben Usman in the racing point.
He's gonna get back on because they've got an easy TSQ there, or a safety car.
We've said that a lot today, but you do have to be. If it's the wrong way around, you do have to be careful.
Yeah.
So Durrie's still out. Is Durrie going to go into softs at the end?
I think he is.
Perhaps get the fastest lap as well, because that could be important.
So I'm gonna keep on checking. Last time ran 137.8 for Rage. And 139.6 for Durrie. So I think Rage has got the undercut pretty much complete by now. But
I'm honestly not sure what the pit lane loss is, but I do think you're right.
Although Durrie is going to have the fresher tyres, and we are suspecting that he will go onto the soft.
And Rage will have a time penalty, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which is really going to cost. I mean, that could decide it really.
I'm interested to see how Jack gets on in those softs. That might be quite interesting to watch.
Durrie's staying out Ben's. Which that's also gonna. That's also a problem for Durrie, you know, because Ben will have the undercut on him as well.
Well,
And again, Ben does have a time penalty, but he's going to get in Durrie's way.
Well, let's see where
mediums,
Ben comes out. What's going on here? Oh.
Glitch, I think.
Yeah. Let's see what... There comes Rage.
Rage
now. He's going to be in front.
Yeah. So that confirms the undercut has happened on Durrie. And Rawlins under pressure from Durrie. I think they need to get Durrie in.
Trooper's not lost much time either, but obviously he's got to stop again.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. And here he comes. He's going for it.
Oh, and Rawlins down the inside.
He's going to try and cost him time. Any way possible.
Beaver time on the grass again. I think that's the same area as earlier, interestingly.
Yeah. Oh, and that, that's not good, is it? Oh, that's an
What's that?
That's Big Usman getting in the way of Durrie now. He's just unlapped himself.
Well, it depends whether it was dangerous or not.
Or the Big Usman might have the pace to pull away from these guys. He's on fresh softs.
I think he does, to be fair. I mean, as I said, it depends. I mean, it's a tricky situation to be in.
Oh, Ben's right behind Rage now.
Yeah, Rawlins pitting out. It's Durrie in as well, yeah.
So does Rawlins.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is entitled. I mean, I don't know what people will have different opinions on it really, but Jack's told me thought I was pitting onto mediums. Lols. we understand your pain. I would just take them steady if
that's
last 2 laps.
Durrie had to wait for a Renault to come out.
Yeah. He's on the mediums as well, Durrie. I'm not sure if he's played this as well as...
I mean, Rawlins is on the soft as well. And I'm looking at like timings.
I think that's strategic. Oh, okay then. Beaver did get out of the way.
I think Rage is 6 seconds in front.
Yeah. Ben's challenging Rage though. Championship complications in the air.
He's going to go for it, isn't he? Oh no.
No, he didn't. He's going to wait until the next straight, I think. But yeah, I mean this is spicing up a treat.
Well, I think if Rage gets one more penalty, it's over.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, 6 seconds.
9. Oh no, yeah, I'm about to say. Wrong person. My bad. But I don't know. Has Trooper got any work? No. Durrie got a warning on the first lap. But that's it.
I don't think he'll get any. I think Durrie's still looking good for the... Wow.
Oh no!
Yeah, he is still looking good. But,
yeah.
But I feel like he did pit. I think he could have pitted earlier, considering he's gone into the mediums, basically. But I think he should... I mean, he's got 5 lap fresher mediums.
I mean, there might be something as well that...
Okay, Haas... Yeah, does well to get out of the way there. Yellow flags.
There might be something as well that we haven't seen, which may have caused... And this is a big if. It may have... Rage may have had to get out of the way of any collision that maybe give him a penalty. But I don't think that'll get removed either way.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So if you had to...
Did he get 5 seconds?
No. I'm just saying, if one of those corner cutting penalties, if he... Let's say he was on 2 warnings and... I don't know, there's an incident...
All I'm going to say is he doesn't usually clip stuff, so...
It'll
be hard to get that removed.
Never mind then.
Simply put.
Bang goes my theory.
It might be valid. It could be valid, but
I don't think it. This
basically.
is just a big if. I don't know if he has been involved in any incident. Not that I've seen.
That might be wrong. Ben's pulling away a bit as well.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So it is favouring Durrie right now. And Rawlins coming at Rage as well on these fresh softs. I think, again, I think the softs, he might still struggle in them by the end, Rawlins, but it is the right call. Mercedes, Forza, I think, must have had a moment there, and it's going to tighten up in the battle at the low end. Rawlins fastest lap. You should grab that on the softs.
Yeah. Yeah. He's within 4 tenths now, isn't he? Oh, pushing him around.
Yeah, Big Usman getting past Forza there. Now Rawlins is going to take a look at Rage. Don't think he can really defend this. Rawlins on the better tyres. He's got the job done. Into the corner. Yeah, so I mean, Rage he's got the gap on Durrie, but it's just closing now.
Yeah.
So Durrie did play the long game. He's on the fresher
Rage
tyres now.
struggling. Big time now. Oh, he's sliding on the curbs. Those rear tyres do not look great.
Yeah, they're a bit darker in the middle, aren't they?
Yeah.
Darker lines.
1.4 now that gap.
Yeah.
Coming down. Oh,
Yeah, I think Durrie's got him where he wants him. Yellow flags. It's
It's not too
Beaver
late
time
for a
it-
safety
onto the
car.
grass again. No. Yellow flags. Is that Big Usman? Does want to get out of the way though. Yeah, good job to stay out of the way there.
I think this is going to be a safety car. I think someone will have to hit the wall, but I don't see that.
Yeah, we've seen a few spins, but yeah, nothing called out. Race control, Michael Massey letting things flow today in this race.
We do apologise for not commentating on much further down the field, but the main battle is up front today.
Championship deciding race, isn't
Yeah.
it? I'm sure they understand.
See if Durrie gets past. Don't think he's going to this time.
Yeah, I don't.
no.
Yeah.
So Jack's sat in P5. Those softs, forgot about them. See how they get on.
Probably.
Still.
They're probably gone. I think Trooper has he pitted? I think he's
Trooper,
pitted again. He's
yeah.
on the softs now.
JD Racer,
Um,
P7, not bad from him. Alex, good recovery from him actually. Involved in a few incidents today,
Yeah.
which put him right towards the back. Electro Freeze, P9, good race from him. Oh, bloody hell. Matty Jr. completing the top 10, but his car's going everywhere.
Oh, on
for
the
him.
hard tyres, as well, Matty. Can he last? Can he make those go till the end?
Oh, yeah.
I think we saw him
laps,
do similar in a previous race, actually, Matty. I think he likes these the longer runs and the tyres.
Gary closing
Fair
in.
to the Renault driver.
P11. Not a good race at all for Forza, is it? P12. 5.5 seconds off P11. Sock stops to P13. Big Usman, who's spun quite a bit, P14. Ghost Rider, and it's Beaver Time, who had just left a few laps ago. I think Ghost Rider was running up in P8 at one point, actually.
Yeah. You did go up
It's not
there.
gone well for him, has it, from there? Which is unfortunate for him. I think Durrie knows that he just has to stay with Rage now.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously would be nice for him to overtake Rage, but he doesn't have to risk it. Simply put, if he can get it, he'll take the nice and easy overtake on the long straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rawlins within a second of Ben out front, nearly. And they're coming up to traffic. Forza Racer on those hard tyres, so I'll catch him sharpish. I think that's for 2 battles at the moment out on track. Really, it's Ben and Rawlins, Rage and Durrie. Maybe Trooper and Jack if Trooper can close the gap. I'm not sure. And maybe Electrofreeze, Matty and Gary. Gary should catch Matty by the end for the last of the points. Yellow flags is Big Usman again in. Oh, and it's a virtual safety car. Well, I think it's too late to really. They'll save a bit of Yeah, they'll save a bit of fuel and ERS, which will help them. Well, it'll help all of them, so it's not going to make a massive difference, to be honest.
Yeah.
They just want to avoid getting drive-throughs. Do not get a drive-through.
Let's see if anyone does get a drive-through.
Basically. Well, if you do, again, you fucked it, basically. If I'm perfectly honest.
It's up to the driver as well on their restart.
Yeah. Well, if I was Durrie, I would not be risking it at all. Because if he gets a drive-through now, he's lost the championship, so.
See what he does.
It's similar of Rage, really. Just keep it at 5/10, even if it costs you a bit of time. It's not worth the risk.
Got one. No,
yeah, don't think so. We saw the in Apex last week. Krug and Stosey got one under VSC, so it's certainly something to be careful about.
Oh, and how's that happen then?
Oh, and he's. And the wheel is off. I think that's too late for a safety car, but the wheel is off and he used the wrong way around in the tunnel.
That's a shame.
I mean, I think.
I'll say that's.
If it was real life, they would probably get a VSC out there, maybe a safety car, but he's well out the way there as well. So
I think if we didn't
problem.
just have a VSC and if it was a lap earlier, I think we would have seen a safety car.
Quite possibly. Now Durrie on the back of Rage. They've got a back marker to contend with.
Oh.
That will help Rage get a helping of. Well, he's not got DRS, interestingly.
No. Yeah, Durrie just sitting behind for now, isn't he? 3 laps to go.
Again, Sock Lobstered as well to give him space.
And it's also crucial as well that Rage doesn't spin at all, because at the moment we've got a McLaren 1-2.
Yeah, and you're right. If Rage spins, then they've lost the constructors.
How many points do they need? 8, don't they? So.
And I sort of hope he's not watching it when I say this, but Rage has got a bit of a history of spinning on the last lap of races, and I hope I don't jinx him by saying that.
Wow.
So, was it last week? I think.
Yes.
He spun on the last lap. He did it in Apex in Mexico.
It was last week.
I feel like it was last week in DTF1, but I can't remember.
Where did we race last week?
Was it in the Tier 2? Barring short. Of course.
Yes, of course, yeah. I think he did.
Although, if Rage does spin, as long as he doesn't completely fuck it,
yeah, he's got a massive gap, hasn't he?
Yeah. But would he need? Would he need 7th or 6th? I think he would need.
Gets him 8 points.
Yeah,
so he needs to
they've got
7th,
44.
And they're coming around the final corner now.
Well, I don't know. He needs to finish. He needs to finish 6th.
Yes. Yeah.
8.6. Because yeah, McLaren will have 44 points. That gap is 37 right now.
I mean, we don't know. He's not going to get a puncture, is he?
I wouldn't think so. No, I would not think so.
But it's just up to him now.
Unless the racing gods want to strike him down.
I was about to say, unless the racing points want to intervene, but one of them's already out. I mean, where are they? Oh, they're just in front of the racing points. That's fine.
Matty, 21 lap forward hards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's done what. I mean, I know he's, without being harsh, I know he's only 10th, but impressive to get the hards that long.
I'll see what.
That is a
Gareth
one-stop
can
as
do.
well, Matty.
And this is interesting. The battle for the lead on track comes down to this final lap. They're within a second of each other now.
Yeah, and they're on different tyres. And both of them, they might be racing for the same team, but both of them haven't won a race in DTF1.
Well, this would be
they're both
Rawlings'
going to want
first
this.
race, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, he was in Tier 1 earlier. I think he was second, wasn't he?
It's going to get it done on a track. It looks like he is.
Yeah, but well, yeah, it's true. Ben's got the penalties, but Ben will get DRS back at him.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
Oh,
in terms of
Trooper
position.
as well. It's all coming up. It's all coming out.
Yeah.
And
Kicking off, and Gary's past
I'm about to
Matty
say, yeah.
as well, unfortunately.
That's a shame for Matty. It was going really well for him.
Yeah, I do give him credit on those hards, though.
So,
Trooper on the back of Jack, final lap of the race.
it is almost. Oh, that's another penalty for Rage there. So that.
It won't make a difference,
No.
unfortunately. Yellow flags.
That's a
and then
McLaren!
McLaren!
Oh,
Rawlins! Oh, be
nice.
careful now. Yeah, he's got around in time. No idea what happened, didn't see it. What I will say is that you don't usually overtake there, so it would surprise me if they were.
Is he just lost a win?
alongside. I think he may have done,
He has.
I think he might have done.
Oh, he has.
Durrie up to P2.
He was leading. He'll be kicking himself. Ben had 9
Hopefully he's
seconds
clipped
of
that.
penalties.
No idea what
was
happened.
happened there?
Yeah.
What?
I would guess. I would only. Yeah, but I think it did the penalties. I think the penalties were applied. I think they have been applied, the penalties.
I'm just.
Unless Rawlins, I'll check.
Oh, he's got none.
Durrie didn't get ahead of him, did he?
Trooper also got. Oh, what? And Alex has just binned it. Or else. What?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Well, he's just lost points. I don't know how the fuck that happened. But Trooper got P5 in the end.
Yeah.
So that's a good. That was a good result for him. But after starting near the back.
Yeah.
But well done to Durrie. I mean, joining late. And he's won the championship, so congratulations to him.
It's smart drive today as well.
Commiserations to Rage and Trooper, but it is.
I think he's. I think any of them would have been, but I think he's also, I think he's a deserved winner of the championship overall. So congratulations to Durrie. Driver of the day, King Trooper. There, I would probably. I'd probably say Trooper, probably. Ben, Trooper, or Rawlins, driver of the day, in my opinion. It was it was a good race.
It was actually definitely one of the best ones we've seen.
From a strategic point of view as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was very intriguing. It went quickly as well. Last race of the season, to be fair. Yeah.
He did.
To add, Josh?
He did. No, not really.
Jack said he got a punch on the
last. I was so busy looking
corner.
at everything else, I didn't even notice. Oh,
the last
God.
lap puncher. Electro Freeze P8 as well, actually, starting P16.
Rolling span. Other weird rubbish.
Kicked off.
I say rubbish. It was all good.
I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of entertaining discourse in the Discord chat to look at about what's happened,
Well,
as per usual. I've not looked yet, but yeah, it should be quite interesting.
yeah. I mean, personally, my driver of the day goes to Trooper. I mean, as well, we were a bit. What's the word? Unsure about him doing the 2-stop, and he's pulled the P5 off from it. So,
Yeah.
Good race from him. But in the end, I think it was always, like I think I said earlier, that it was Durrie's championship to lose coming into this race, even though he was behind.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I think he, from the races he's been in, I think he's evidently had the pace and the composure, really. And I said, a deserved winner, I think, overall.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
See you. Tier 2 Season 1 commentary comes to an end. Thank you for anyone who has watched. It is very nice to commentate, and I think it's nice that people watch and are appreciative of it. So thank you for anyone who has watched and encouraging comments. I do appreciate any of that, and it does motivate me to keep on commentating, really. And I guess thank you to Josh as well, because it is
no worries.
very nice to have a co-commentator as well, really.
My pleasure. I mean, I do get the enjoyment out of it as well. So, yeah, that's it for Season 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I might, maybe commentary next season, but I just have to see how much time and stuff I have. So,
yeah,
a number of factors to consider. But yeah, thank you for watching, and
thank you very much.
Maybe see you in the future, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.